can't hear it, but
Okay.
we've got headphones. Waiting. Okay. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Fix Me. I'm Healed. I'm Natalie, and this is Yaya.
Hi.
We're just gonna get right into it.
Yes,
all right,
we
because we have a lot
are.
of shit to talk about right now. So today's topic is honesty versus transparency. So I do want to give an example for people who don't know the difference. So I was online, and do you follow? First off, forgot her fucking name, but she's great. Fuck, she was just on the B Simone pod. She's like have you watched the B Simone pod?
Yeah.
Oh my God, forget it. I
It's
can't
a
think of her
lady,
name.
no.
It's a lady. She was with the guy, Cam Newton, on his podcast too.
No, I didn't see her recent
Oh my gosh, she's
episode.
awesome. So I got this example from her. So transparency is when you are just on the phone with your partner and you're like, hey, I'm going out with this person and the secretary is going to be here and we're going to dinner at this spot. Like you just offer all the details.
Yeah.
Honesty is if your partner was to ask you, did you go to dinner with X, Y, and Z? And you say yes, that's being honest, but you're not really giving the full picture. So in a relationship, have you ever felt like someone was honest, but they were still hiding something from you?
All the time.
All the time.
You know the one person I'm talking about.
Okay.
It just always felt like that. But it just always felt like that. I don't know if it was like my intuition or it could be my insecurities. It could be either or, like intuition or insecurities. Yeah. And I feel like you don't really know how to like differentiate the two unless you actually have had like instances where the person has lied to you.
I see.
Where it could be like, all right, so I asked him, but he said this, and this is normally what he does when he lies, kind of thing.
Right.
So I feel like it's very like hard to differentiate the two.
Yeah. And I feel like some people aren't as transparent. And it's kind of like what Anthony was saying before we started. Like they're not as transparent because they don't want to overshare. It's like, why would I tell you all of that? Like I don't need to. They don't think it's necessary for them to do all of that. But to the person who feels like they need it, it could be like, no, you withheld that information. And then we dig deeper into it. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? And then they'll be like, oh, because I didn't think it was that serious. But it is.
Okay.
But then that's when the insecurities come in, like you said. You know what I mean?
It's the insecurity. So for me, I feel like I'm very transparent because I will overshare shit. And it's genuinely because I can, like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have anything. I don't want to lie. Like, I don't have a reason to lie unless it's some shit, bitch. Like, you know, it's crazy. It's very rare for me to lie. Yeah. Like, very, very rare. Like, even if you're asking me, like, my situation, you know, when shit happened, I'm getting asked questions. I don't know. That's the real honest answer. Like, I don't know. If I had an answer for you, I will give you an answer. But I feel like I'm very transparent also because I want to put the ball in your court. I give you everything that I have. Now you know, like, you decide what you want to do with it. Yeah. It just is what it is. At least I don't have it hovering over my head that I'm like, oh, I forgot to give them this detail. Mm-hmm. Oh, what if they find out? No, you know. Because I told you.
And I respect that too. Like, I respect somebody who could just tell me straight up what it is, even if they're gonna be an asshole. Like, it's gonna hurt your feelings. But I feel like at least you gave me the opportunity to decide how to move now and navigate you. I don't know. Like, this is just tricky. No, because there are certain things that, like, even me, like, I won't always think that something is that serious. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, my boyfriend, he was like, if we are at a spot, was like, do you care? Okay, let me just put this scenario. If we at a spot and you used to talk to somebody there, like, I would want you to tell me just because I don't want nobody playing in my face. Right. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have a problem because I'm not, listen, whoever I dated, I don't have a problem. I'm not ashamed. Yeah. But for me, I feel like I wouldn't want to know.
You wouldn't want to know?
I would not want to know.
I would want to know, babes.
Because the minute you tell me
it's going to be like triggering for you?
Triggering as fuck. And now I'm going to be like hyper observant of like, where is he? Where is she? Are they talking? Are they looking at each other? And if I see some shit, I'm going to be in my head about it.
No, but I think, you know, that also comes with trust.
And I think trusting that also comes with like how your partner navigates that situation.
And how they move as a person. Because if he could be like, all right, this bitch is here, I don't fuck with her, he's not gonna pay attention to her. Right. You're gonna feel that in your gut, like, all right, my man is on me, like, all right, whatever. We don't have an issue. But if you have a person that you're dealing with, like, oh, this girl's here, you kind of see him looking back, like,
that's the thing. That's why I wouldn't want to know. But so that's where I guess it's like what they call is that a catch-22? Where it's like you either, like, it's a lose-lose situation basically. Because it's like, all right, you were honest and you told me, But now that I know, if I see you looking that way, and I already know, it's an issue.
Wait, I just need further clarification real quick.
Yeah.
If we go into a place, we're dating, right? Say I dated Yaya in the past, and now you and I dated. And we go to a place, and I have no idea she's going to be there. And then we pull up, and we're just there. While we're like sitting at dinner, you want me to just say, oh, I used to date that girl? Or if we're going to somewhere, I know she may be there, and it's like, I think this person may be there, let you know beforehand. So if we get there and we had no idea she was going to be there, do you want me to say it while we're at the place?
I don't want to know at all.
Okay. So you want to know. You fuck that shit. That's crazy. That's going to ruin the whole night.
I'm very weird, Anthony. I want to know. I want to know details. No. It's not because I'd rather you let me know. Because if one of my friends comes to me, like in an event like that, one of my friends, if we go somewhere, we don't know your ex is there, whatever. One of my friends comes to me like, bitch, that's the bitch he used to date. I'm gonna look at this nigga like, why the fuck didn't you just say anything to me when we first got here?
But okay. So freeze. Hold on. So what, right now, what are you thinking in that situation? Like, are you thinking that he was trying to be slick?
Like, you was trying to be slick.
In what way, though? Like, he's trying to see this bitch?
No, in a way of, like, why you just not being open with me, telling me that that's somebody that you used to date?
But why does it matter is my question.
For me, it would only matter because I don't want nobody, like you said, I don't want nobody playing in my face.
Okay.
Because it could be a situation where it depends. Like, it really depends on the scenario. Like, if we go somewhere, she's there, and it's like, whatever. If it's just like, I think this is where it matters. When there's a certain amount of people there that know your partner, know the ex-girl, and like whatever. Okay. But if it's just like me and my partner going somewhere, I don't give a fuck. All right, we see her, whatever. She was there with. But
if it's people, hi?
No. What are you saying hi for?
Because maybe they're cool.
Like. No, I feel like the only coolness. Nah, I gotta grow up. No, I be immature with that shit.
No, but you know what? A lot of people feel that way.
Because there's no reason to say hi, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not that mature yet. Like, you don't need to say hi. We say hi.
To me, this whole thing, like, and this is good that we're having this conversation because I always wondered, like, why people want to know other than, like, the playing in my face thing, right? Because I get that. Like, I would feel some type of way of, like, there's a girl playing in my face and she's like all laughing and joking and all there.
Yeah, because imagine that.
And then my man is right there and he's seeing the interaction and he's not telling me shit.
Exactly.
And then I hear from somebody, it's like, you got this bitch in my face. Like, why are you doing all of
drinking
that?
Drinking a fucking cocktail, looking at me. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta imagine scenarios like that. Like, imagine, right, you go with your man, you're having dinner, whatever. Or like in a regular event. You guys are there. You notice that this girl keeps looking at you and she's looking at you, she's laughing, and then you're like looking at your man, but he's just like in a daze or whatever. Next thing you know, like the next day your friends, you're like, bitch, you didn't see Chris's ex there. She definitely was talking about you, whatever. And you're gonna be like, bro, why didn't you say something to me? Like, you should have said something to me. But if you're like, you don't want to know, I want to know everything. Like, I want to know, like when my ex cheated, I wanted to know the details. I want to know everything. Where did you guys meet up?
But
where did you guys? Because I want to know.
Oh my God.
I want to know. Because I feel like if you have the guts to do that to me, have the full guts and go head on and just say everything that you did. Don't half-ass it. Just tell me what you did.
You want to join?
No.
Like, what's the point of telling all the details?
She just wants to know.
I just want to know because I want to know what. So rather than me making a scenario in my head, I want you to tell me.
Okay.
So I can know what happened. And
okay.
be honest.
I get that. It sounds like you have a hard time moving on from something. That's why.
Because that one, you know what was crazy?
It's like you have to get the ultimate closure for you to move on.
No, I have to get the full story. So what happened was last year when my ex cheated on me, right? It was very like sudden. I literally was recording a podcast episode for the Girls Encounter. Did not know like what the fuck was. I'm looking at his location, seeing the movements are like funny. We had an argument that night. I didn't have the proof yet that it happened. But the next morning I asked him, I said, did you sleep with someone last night? He said, yes. I said, okay, when, how, what happened? What did she look like? I want to know the full details.
But is it that you want to know the full details because you want to know how to move forward? Like if it was just like some quick shit, didn't mean nothing. That
was one of the reasons. Okay. Yes. But then I also want to know because I don't want to sit in my head imagining how it happened. Like, just tell me how it happened. And that way I can just move on from it. But that I didn't linger on that much. Because number one, I knew I was going to get my lick back anyways. Well, yeah. Whether it was going to happen right away or not.
First of all, when you were having to check his location to see how he's moving, why wasn't that your red flag to leave right then? And then after you asked him the next morning, when you asked him if he slept with her, he said yes. Why are you still going on with this conversation and not leaving then?
Because I want to know.
Okay. You sound like you're going to be stuck in these bad relationships if you keep wanting to know and keep putting yourself in, not trusting your instincts the first time. He already gave you enough reasons for you to walk away, but you had to check his location and you see he's moving funny.
Nah, that location shit threw me off because there was a lot going on with that. But I was in the middle of recording. So there was like a lot of shit going on. So I'm like, whatever, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. When he told me, he gave me the information stuff, I was like, right, cool. I had to decide in the next 72 hours, like, all right, am I going to stay with this guy? It was just a fling. He cheated. It's still wrong. I don't condone cheating. I don't do well with cheating. But I told myself, I'm like, if I'm going to stay in this shit, babes, you're getting hit back.
But you see, you can't say like, you don't condone cheating and then you cheat.
Because you're going to get hit. But I didn't even cheat back. Okay. I got my lick back, but it wasn't while we were together. So it wasn't. Broke up. We broke up. We were broken up at the time, but it was like still, babes. Like I want to know what you did. I want to know how far you went. I'm gonna see how far I'm gonna take it.
I think to justify though why you did what you did, it could be because as you not knowing the details, you're gonna keep wondering what happened. Right. What did she look like? Where did they do it? How did they do it? Did he love her? Blah blah. At least if you know all the facts,
I know the facts.
You know the facts, and you can move on.
Exactly.
Like people don't like shit that they don't know about, and you're one of those. That's fine. That makes sense. But real quick, just to wrap that part up, because I want to get into it with friendships.
Okay.
But with that, I personally just don't see how you knowing who's there and what I did or whatever, like none of that affects you. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like to me how when a guy be like, oh, how many bodies have you had? Like, how does that affect you? Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna fuck with me. You fuck with me right now. So it's like, right. It doesn't really change anything. Like I never understood. Like I feel like your past is your past. My past is my past. We not virgins.
Exactly.
You met me, I was fucking. I met you was fucking. Like we, especially when you're in your 30s.
Exactly.
It's like I've dated, I've lived a life, and so have you. Like now we focus on each other. Let's just move on.
Right.
That's how I look at it. I just think it's stupid, but fuck it. If my partner wants to know something, I don't mind. Like for me, it's like you ask me questions, I'll answer. You want the full scope, you want all the details, that's fine. My issue with the honesty versus transparency thing is like, it's like sometimes it's just not good enough.
Yeah.
It's like I communicate and I tell you everything, and you still will find something to like nitpick at. You still have an issue with whatever it is that I'm being honest about, and it's like, well, now I don't even want to tell you the truth about shit because it's always going to be an argument.
Damn, you make me feel like if that's how people look at me sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm sorry.
No.
No, but
I really like, because it could be like the person is being honest and I'm just like, all right, but no, but like this, but like that.
And it's like, why did you do that? And da-da-da. Like I remember when my ex, like, I would tell him everything, and then it was like, oh, our guy's gonna be there, which was corny.
Oh, yes, I
remember. But it was just like, yeah, there's gonna be guys there, but I'm not even going to be with guys. Like I'm telling you who I'm gonna be with and what I'm doing. Yeah. So it's like, no matter what, there's always a problem.
I feel like it's depending on the person's maturity level too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think when you are in a relationship, it's like, at least appreciate that your partner is forthcoming, telling you the truth, where it's like, you're not nitpicking at every fucking thing. Cause now I don't want to tell you shit. Mm-hmm. And then that creates a situation where it's like, now I'm going to pick and choose what I share with you, because every time I share other things with you, you're not open, you're not receptive, you're not understanding. I don't feel like I want to tell you anything. And now we have resentment. So I just feel like that's just something to keep in mind, because
that was preach right there.
I want to bring this into friendships now, not relationships. So like, for example, if a friend says that they're busy, rather than admitting that they don't want to socialize or be with you, like, or hang out with you, I guess, like, how do you feel in that case when your friends aren't honest with you?
I feel like you can pick up a person's energy. That was and it's funny that you asked that, because I was gonna like make an excuse for that day, but then I was like, let me tell you the truth of what's going on. No, I know. That's why I was like, no.
Thank God you didn't.
No, because I was like, and then we don't have that relationship where I have to make an excuse either. So I was like, let me just tell her what's going on, because I know she's gonna understand. She's gonna know what's going on. Yeah. But I feel like when a person is like lying to you, like friendship wise, and it's just like, I feel like it's a pattern of like behaviors, because it's like, let's say, for example, me and you are talking, right? And then it's like, I'm always open to telling you all my stuff, right? But then you don't like want to let me in your life. I feel like that's like, okay, like you don't want to be cool with me, or you don't want me to be in your life a certain way. So I feel like it you can tell by a person's behavior.
Yeah, I agree. I also feel like and you know what? Okay, I have 2 things to say. I hope I don't forget. One of the things I wanted to say is that I think my friends know that when they come to me about some shit, like I'm going to tell them about themselves if they're wrong. And I feel like they don't want to hear it.
I be learning how to hear it now.
I respect it because it's like when I'm stuck in my ways, there's certain people that I know I won't go to. Like when I'm not ready, I'm not going to my sister. Because my sister, straight up, she does not give a fuck. Like my sister will tell me straight up if whatever it is that I know that I don't want to hear. So there's certain people that you pick and choose. And I feel like I'm the friend that is like, until you're really ready to hear some shit about you, you're not going to come to me.
Yeah.
Like, so that's another thing when I was telling you, like, I feel like I've been a bad friend. But honestly, I don't feel like I've been a bad friend. I feel like my friends are doing them.
Yeah.
And going through whatever they need to go through. And they just don't want to tell me about it because they're not ready to hear shit. Which is fine, and I respect that too. So it's like, all right, you don't have to be on it. Like, if you don't want to hang out because of whatever, you just want to do your own thing. Like, I think now that I'm older, I'm a little more understanding because I get it. It's like, you know what? Everybody want to go through their own thing and handle their own issues. Give you your space. When you're ready, I'm here. And that's it.
And people like me, I'm very like preservative of my friends and families. Like energy, if I'm off, I don't want to be around people because I don't want to share that shit. I don't want to be off. If I know I'm going to talk about it all night, I don't want to be around. Like, I don't want to bring that energy. So I'm very like self-aware of that, like maintaining other people's peace and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to get into the healed portion. And this question, I really don't know how to answer this. So maybe we could do it collectively. How do you decide when it's time to be transparent versus honest? Like, how do you know? I don't even know.
I feel like when the time comes. Bitch, that was a crazy ass response. No, I literally feel like when the time comes because it's like, all right, I'm going to use my situation as a fucking example. Oh my God. So basically what happened was that I was in a situation where I was like thinking about somebody from my past while I was in a relationship. I had like prayed about it so much to like, all right, these are like, they were giving Jezebel vibes. Like they were giving like temptation. Like this is not something you're supposed to be doing. Bible. Yes. If you don't know, look it up. So it was giving me like, all right, do I want to be honest about my partner? I spoke to my therapist about it. And she was like, you cannot say that to him. Because I was going to tell him like, yo, this is what's going on. I'm thinking about this guy. I don't know why I'm thinking about him. It's just very weird. So I thought about telling him multiple times because it was lingering. And so I didn't. I ended up getting caught up. And when he asked me about it, I was full on transparent. I was like, babes, I don't know what's going on. This is it. And then he's asking me like, how long has it been going on? This long. Like, this is what's going on. And then before he even got to ask me all the questions, I gave him all the information to let him know this is exactly what's going on. It wasn't enough for him. He's like, Opal, how long? Opal, what are you going to do? Like, no, bro. I'm literally explaining to you like what is going on.
Okay, so you were honest, not transparent.
I was honest, but I gave him the transparency.
Yeah, but it would have been when he asked. Yes. So that's honesty.
It is. But I gave him the full scope. Like when shit hit the rock, and like I gave him the full scope. I was like, this is what's going on. This is whatever. Yeah. And then he started asking me the questions. I'm like, dude, like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not lying to you. I'm sorry that it looks this way.
How it looked, yeah.
But this is exactly what it is. So I always
and that's the hard part that we battle sometimes because I feel like some shit really don't be that serious. Right? So you just really feel like, you know what? In order to respect my relationship, this is why I'm withholding it. Because I'm not trying to cause an issue. Right. I'm not trying to make you feel insecure. It's not that serious to me. So I didn't feel like I should even like make it a thing by telling you. Right. But then it's like sometimes it's a lose-lose for real. Because then if your partner was to find out, you look like a liar. And that's what I think that's what we all struggle with in relationships too. Because it's like, what is too much sharing? And what isn't. And then sometimes it be the timing of shit, right? Like I didn't tell you on Monday when it happened. Because you were going 2 weeks later and you're mad that I waited this long. And it's like, well, fuck, at least I fucking told you. Right.
And you were going through shit on Monday. So I couldn't even tell you because it would have added on. It's very tricky. That's why I say the time, like, it's like at a different time. I feel like when the time is right for real, because
when the time is right, and also you know your part. Okay, let's just say that you know your partner. You know what they would appreciate for the most part. You know what they would want.
That's true.
And even though it goes against what you would want, like I know, like if let's just say, for example, me and my ex go out and there is somebody there that I used to date. I know it's going to be uncomfortable as fuck for me to bring that up.
Yeah. So you'll bring it up after the dinner?
No, I'm going to bring it up right then and there because that's what he asked of me. That's what I'm saying. Like my partner asked that of me. So it was like, fuck it. I'm going to do it right then and there because you don't want to wait till we get home.
Exactly.
You don't want, fine. But I know for me, that's just going to bother me. But sometimes it takes a little bit of like going against what's natural to you in order to respect what your partner wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just got to fucking do it. But I did want to say, hold on, there was a question here. It was good. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, so something that we could do just to wrap it up is how can we create a safe space for our partners to be transparent with us?
I feel like knowing your limits and telling your partner your limits. Because like you said, if you rather know after we come back from dinner, fine. But what your partner would rather know at the moment, you have to learn your partner and know what they like their left and right limits. Like, don't be doing shit. Don't be overstepping their boundaries or be overstepping shit with them. And then vice versa. Like that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I agree. I thought you meant limits to like, what would they want? Like, what can they handle?
I feel like it has to do with what can they handle and when they want to handle it. Because it's like, me, I want to know.
But then you see, are we anybody to really judge or measure what a partner can handle or not? Because sometimes we be thinking our partners can handle some shit and they can't.
Stop,
bitch.
I thought my ex-partner was about to handle this shit. This motherfucker left.
You know what I mean?
I thought he was gonna handle it. They can't handle it. No,
but there's been mad times in my past relationships where I said some shit and it went left. And I was like, but I thought we had something where we were
gonna. Yeah, but that's when. But no, you know what the good part about that is? Like the minute if somebody folds on you and that shit, you know that's not a lifetime thing.
Yeah, that's not.
Because if you're folding in like certain circumstances that are not meant to be folded, babes, you're not making it. You're not making it for real. Genuinely, you're not making it. So you might as well step off and branch off, do some other shit.
And I am going to sound like a contradiction right now because I already said I wouldn't want to know, but I do feel like the more transparent a person is with me, the more I trust them.
Yes.
Because I didn't even ask you when you told me that. Like, that's fire. But the only reason why I was able to tell my partner, no, I wouldn't want to know is because he brought it up. Like, if it would have never been brought up and it happened to us and he told me, I would have respected it. Like, I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. Thank you for telling me.
Right.
So I do feel like we should at least try, especially if we say we want like healthy, honest relationships, to be as transparent as possible. And fuck it, if niggas fold, they fold. And it is what it is. Like, at least I told you.
Down over here.
At least I told you.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. It's gonna help peace of mind in the long run. No matter what, it's gonna help you peace of mind.
It's not. Because if you don't say anything and then you find out after, we're crashing the fuck out.
Because women ain't gonna be able to handle it regardless. No matter what
they
say.
Men can't handle a lot of shit either. Don't do that.
Y'all cannot.
Please.
Let me not say y'all.
But
whatever.
Men can't. They could. What's that thing? They could dish it out, but they can't take it back.
Absolutely.
They can't.
But you see, it's between you and your partner.
That is.
Okay. Whatever works for the both of you, that's what you need to do. One last question. How do you feel like transparency and honesty has helped you grow personally? Like just on your own, outside of like relationships? I can start.
Yes.
Okay. I think the most important thing is like being honest with you because we be lying to ourselves OD and we be mad delusional about mad shit. I think that's what helps you be honest with everybody else, because once you're able to really look at yourself and face all the bad shit about you and own it, and then you process and you work through it however you work through it. But then it's like nobody could number one use that shit against you. Yep. And then you show up authentically as you, like, yourself. This is me. This is what I do. This is what I like to do. This is what I don't like. These are my boundaries. This is non-negotiable for me. And fuck it. You either with it or you're not. You could kiss my ass. Like, I feel like that's the ultimate way that it's helped me grow, honestly.
I agree with you 100% because when you are honest with yourself and you know, it's like, babes, you're not going to tell me who the fuck I am. Right. And you're not going to tell me what the fuck I did because I could tell you what I did and more. So please. But I agree. No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Well, this was great.
This was fun.
This was a good one.
See, I like this. Great.
I like this a lot. Yeah. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And we will see you at the next one.
See you guys on the next one.
Bye.